Well, students have vowed to continue with their nationwide protests. They're further calling for a historical debt to be scrapped and free registration for all students. Just yesterday, a student was shot and wounded at Wits University. And last week, a passerby was also shot and killed, namely Mthokozisi Ndumba. Our reporter, Manqoba Mchunu, is at the University of Johannesburg. Lindogu Tlekulu is at Wits University, and ETV's news and sport reporter, Pule Letshwiti Jones, is at Unisa in Pretoria. Colleagues, a very warm good morning to you. Pule, if I may just start with you, because we understand that students in Tshwane are planning to intensify protests this morning. What can you tell us from where you stand?
Well, a very good morning, Dumelo. And this time around, the university isn't taking any chances. Just behind me, if you can see, the gates have been locked. What we're seeing here is just a reminder of what took place yesterday. Burning of tires and the entrance being blocked. I don't see any sign of security guards this morning, unlike yesterday. But we've only seen one police van that has come out here to try and patrol. What we also know is that there was a long meeting that was had yesterday among students, namely DASO, EFFC and SASCO members, including the SRC. We were told it ended in the late hours of the evening. But joining me here now is the Secretary General of the Unisa SRC, Amukelani Ngwenya. Thank you very much, sir, for joining us on ENCA this morning. Now, yesterday you guys had a meeting and you were clear about what are some of the things that would have been tabled. Amongst them, if management does not listen, you would intensify the protest today. If you could just take us through what you guys spoke about yesterday.
Yeah, no, thanks again, and good morning to our students at home. Yesterday we met as student leaders, and we deeply reflected on the issues that affect our students. And we saw a need that today we must come back here and intensify our strike and intensify our struggle in defense of our students, because what is currently happening in our university and subsequently in the country is very bad for our students. So we are here as student leaders. We are also waiting for others who are still coming to ensure that we intensify from where we left yesterday.
And just a last question, just a fresh highlight of what are some of your demands, once again, that you want the management to actually listen to.
Yeah. Obviously, the area of concern, it remains the one of student funding in our university. We were told by Department of Higher Education that in 2018 they gave Unisa money for historic debts, but that money was returned back to Department of Higher Education. And this money was returned during the time where Zwane was still a CFO of Unisa. We've also observed again, when APSA donated money at Unisa, 100 million in 2018, and that money was converted into Unisa Council Basar. That was very progressive. And now we also have other big companies which are doing business with Unisa, who are not coming to play, who are not coming to assist our students. The likes of the FNB is doing business with Unisa, and also have a branch at main campus, but they are not assisting our students. Your Skyneck and many of those big companies who are not assisting our students. So we are calling all those big companies to come and assist our students. We have also observed that in many of our colleges, there are a lot of bursaries that are there, but you won't even see them being advertised. They are only given to friends, boyfriends and girlfriends of the people who are in charge of the process. So we are calling for the university as well to make sure that some of these problems that we are having emanate from within the institution. So these are some of the deep problems that we have reflected as students yesterday.
All right, thank you very much,
Okay, thanks.
All right, there we go, Dumelo. Some of the information that has been grappled from what came out of the meetings yesterday. Students alleging that, yes, there was money injected into the institution, but nothing has been done about that. Just also a quick recap. We do know that there's now a High Court ruling that has set aside the decision by the higher institution, higher education departments and training and Unisa not to have students intake of about 20,000 Rand. That court order says the intake of students should proceed. It was brought by, of course, the EFF and the Black Lawyers Association chapter. As it is right now, we're being told that more students are expected to arrive and protests here are expected to intensify.
All right, Pule. Well, of course, as those planned protests continue to intensify and are planned for today, the same seems to be reiterated by UJ students. So I want to move on.